to get stolen. And as soon as they got stolen, they would simply, from their smartphone, walk over to where the bicycle was and say, "Thank you very much for storing my bicycle, but I'll take it back now."
Oh, wow. Oh,
and you can put it on any device you want. You can put it on a camera. You can put it on your luggage. Whatever you want that you think is at risk of getting stolen, there's an app now, several of them that are being approved and downloaded, that you can actually put that device, stick to your actual valuable, and you can track it wherever you want to.
And you can hide it? It's a hideable device?
Oh, absolutely. It is just a little sticky disc that goes either underneath. You can actually open the back of the device. You can put it on the inside, wherever you'd like it. But it basically prevents, say you like to say, for example, kids that are on college campuses that are having their mopeds stolen, because that is a very popular way to get around on a college campus.
Yeah.
They will actually stick this device on their moped, and a good chance that moped over your 4-year career at college is going to get stolen maybe. And if it does, you can simply go to where that device is and bring your friendly cops with you, and you can get your device back.
Your friendly cops. Do you sell that device?
I do not sell that device right now, no. That is a device that is actually coming out. You can get them on, I think, Best Buy right now, sells some. We are going to be carrying them. They're in the finishing phases of it. Obviously, they have had GPS tracking on cars for some time. Several dealerships use that now, but they have now shrunk it down to where it's in a disc size, about the size of a quarter, and you can actually put that on any device you want, and it's becoming very convenient.
And does each disc need its own app, or can one app just take care of all of the discs if you have more than one item you want protected?
Each app can actually track more than one disc. You can register it on your app, and you can see them moving all throughout the city.
Oh, that is pretty awesome.
Oh, wow, that is kind of cool. You know, it's ironic that in the last, the little bit that we were just playing from the pre-recorded visit you did with us, that you said if you buy something right now, a month from now, it'll be obsolete. And I think that was a month ago that you said that. So if you bought something that day, you know, something else new has come out since then. And when we hear of something new like that, is it a new expense also for or does it depend on whatever it is?
It is a new expense. Like, for example, these discs, I had seen advertised where you can get a set of 2 of them, I think as low as like $39.99, which is not a very large investment to possibly attach to an iPad or attached to a set of luggage with valuables in it. So it's a small investment, and the app is free to download. It is very convenient. And just like I mentioned last time, with things becoming out of date after a month, obviously that was a slight exaggeration, but let me give you an example. Last month when I was on the show, obviously the latest, greatest iPhone was the 5S. Well, they are fixing to announce on September 9th, most likely, that the iPhone 6 is being launched, and it will probably be launched within the next 2 weeks.
Wow, that's really quick. You know where the technology you're just talking about would be very helpful? I've had, I used to work as a musician, and if I flew, my guitar had to land at the same airport as me.
Yeah.
and fortunately, I don't remember a time when it didn't, but I know a lot of guys had that nightmare where you've got a gig like in a few hours after you land, and the guitar is nowhere to be found, and you have to borrow somebody's instrument or whatever. So that would help you say, hey, my guitar landed in Oshkosh. It should be here in New Haven or something.
Exactly. Several people are putting them on, like, for example, they have children that have just started driving at 16 and 17 years old, and you know how parents are nervous about that.
Yeah.
They can actually put this device on their vehicle, and they can know where their children are at any given time and if they're safe.
Does this device work like if you, I mean, this is so absurd, but if a person wants to know where their child is at all times, can this be attached to like the phone of their child, and then you can track their movements everywhere?
Absolutely, yeah. This is GPS trackable. You can track it anywhere. Again, this all goes with the device being with the phone. You know how mischievous children can be, and all they have to do is remove the device and leave it at somebody's house, and then the device would be remaining still. You know what I mean?
Oh, certainly.
Matt Wilkerson is on the air with us. We need to take a little break for the weather, etc., and we'll be right back. If you have a question for Matt about your wireless service, your wireless phone, or what Verizon may be able to offer you that you don't currently have, this is a good time to call 622-WOCA. When we come back, Matt will tell us the phone number over at his place. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. A mix of sun and clouds today with a thunderstorm around mainly during the afternoon hours, high 88 to 92. But partly cloudy tonight, there can be a shower or thunderstorm in spots near the coast, the low 71 to 75. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a passing shower or thunderstorm, especially in the afternoon, high 87 to 91. On Friday, times of sun and clouds with a shower or thunderstorm, high again 87 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hi, I'm Yvette, and I'm here to tell you a few things about ABC Frederick's Appliance. They sell not only new, but used guaranteed appliances. When you call ABC Frederick's Appliance, they will provide service on what they sell and any appliances that you own. ABC Frederick's Appliance is located in Bellevue, right over the railroad tracks. Call 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. ABC Frederick's Appliance.
News Talk 1370 WOCA invites you to discover your full business potential. News Talk Radio is the perfect environment for your advertising. WOCA's News Talk format pinpoints information-hungry, better educated, high-income adults. So use us to talk to them. Call 732-8000. 732-8000. We're Ocala News Talk Radio. News Talk 1370 WOCA.
All right, Matt Wilkerson is on the phone. He's the owner of Verizon Wireless Premium, and he's on a Verizon phone talking to us. And you know, we speak to a lot of people, Matt, on the air because they called into the talk shows. And I don't know that I'm really always right, but I can usually tell who has the cheaper phones and who have the better phones.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I'm telling you, there are basic phones that we carry, actually, that get real good call quality. But when it comes to a smartphone, typically, I wouldn't say always, but typically the free, very small smartphone, a lot of the features and a lot of the quality in those phones is not as good as some of the ones that are higher. And some people might think, well, that I'm just trying to sell them the more expensive phone. No, actually not. I don't make any more money on the sale of a larger smartphone. It's just that typically it gives you better performance.
And so the larger smartphones, they don't experience the dead zones like the smaller ones do?
I wouldn't say that they are immune to every dead zone, but I will have to say this. I know my opinion is biased, but if you take a poll, say on Ocala Word of Mouth or Facebook or something, and ask the regular customer what carrier gives them better performance, Verizon is going to 9-1 overcome every other carrier. And not that I haven't hit a dead zone, but let's just say this, it is very, very few and far between.
Yeah, and right now you're driving. I heard you say during the break. So obviously it's coming through pretty clear while you're on the road, and I haven't heard any dropouts at all. And you're on the interstate, so you're going 70 miles an hour or so, right?
That's right. I'm going down the interstate, and that's a good thing about it. Anywhere I go, especially whenever I drive through the forest, going over to say Daytona Beach, I have a couple of my friends that have, let's just say, another carrier, and quite frequently, if we stop for a break halfway through the forest to kind of stretch our legs, they will not have cell phone service. They will have to borrow my phone to call their significant other.
Can I ask you a question about something? I was watching a video on taking the Amtrak train, and the lady who was giving advice, she said, if you're taking the Amtrak, make sure you have a hotspot on your smartphone because you won't always have Wi-Fi while you're on the train. Okay. I'm probably the last one to know. Everybody probably knows what this is. What is that? Is that a device? What is that?
No, it is actually a feature that is on your Verizon smartphone. It doesn't cost any extra money. Typically before, if you wanted to have a hotspot and you wanted to, say, use your tablet while you're driving down the road on vacation and, you know, your husband or wife is driving and you're just sitting in the passenger seat wanting to be on the tablet. Okay, that's no problem. You had to have a hotspot device. Well, now you don't have to have that device. The hotspot is actually built into your phone, and all you have to do is turn it on, and it will provide internet to your tablet.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that. So in other words, at one time it was a device, and now it's actually built into the Verizon phone?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is built into the phone and gives you the convenience of only having to carry one device, like on my iPhone right now. And they also offer them on Android phones. But on my phone right now, if I were to need internet on my tablet, all I'd have to do is turn my hotspot on and tap into the internet and go like you're home.
So if a person does get a Verizon phone, just like the one you're talking about with the hotspot, will that do away with the landlines in the houses, and then all we need to do is subscribe to Verizon?
That would be all that you need to do. Obviously, we do have lower rate plans that have minute limits, but most of our rate plans at Verizon are unlimited talk and text. So it really eliminates the need for a phone, unless you don't have the need for technology. Like, for example, if you're an elderly person and you don't really have the need for internet in your home, then we also offer a home device that is only $20 a month, and it also offers unlimited calling, including long distance.
And can we keep the same phone number that we have now through, like, CenturyLink?
Absolutely. All we've got to do is port it over, and we can put it on your home phone device. Several of the elderly are taking advantage of this, and it's only $20 a month, and they have unlimited use.
But that's not the hotspot thing, right? That's just the phone.
That's just the phone.
No,
Okay.
that's just the home phone. Now, the hotspot itself, like I say, is on every Android and every iPhone that we carry at Verizon. And it is a simple feature that we can easily show you how to turn on. It eliminates the need for the extra device, and you can also use more than one device at one time. Like, for example, if you're on your tablet in the front seat and you have a child that wants to be on his Kindle in the back seat, he can also tap into that hotspot and use his Kindle.
Wow. Wait a minute. You just gave me a thought that would save me some money. So if I got a plan through Verizon, I could cancel my internet at home?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have internet, and it's also wireless. You can operate up to 8 devices at one time on this hotspot. Most people don't have 8 going at one time, obviously, but if you had the need to, you could do it through this 4G hotspot.
And is that just a flat rate every month?
It is a flat rate. There is measured amounts of data that we can put you on a specific rate plan. What we would need to do with each individual, we would need to talk to them and see what their specific needs are. If you have basic internet needs like myself, where I get on and I answer email and I'll do Google searches and, look up maybe football scores and stuff like that, these hotspots are perfect. If you have somebody that does not have TV at the house and they're running like Netflix, where they are streaming movies on their tablet, okay, this right here might not work for them because they use an extreme amount of data. But for the average user, this right here is definitely more convenient, because your internet at your house, go 100 feet away from your house. You can't use your internet. With the Verizon hotspot, it goes in your front shirt pocket or your purse, and you've got it going down the road.
That is really a good point. Wow, I hope everybody's paying attention to that. Yeah, because that just makes it. I mean, right now, I don't mind telling you, I pay $70 a month for my internet, and that's all I have. That's not a phone, that's not a TV, that's simply the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I'll tell you, if you were to get one of these hotspots and put it in your house, especially if you're already with Verizon, to add it to your account is only $20 a month. And if you have to go up in data allowances, each level is only $10. So I guarantee you I could save you money per month, and you could have the freedom of taking it on the road.
That is awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got about 6 minutes. That's plenty of time, but I want to make sure that the listeners get your phone number. We'll do it again just before the end. What's the best way to get a hold of you?
The best way to get a hold of us is call my store. It's 352-528-0020. You can talk to myself. My name is Matt, or my manager's name is Robert. Either one of us will be glad to help you, and we'll walk you through the process, and the convenience is unmatchable.
Let me just repeat that, and then I want to tell you something. 352-528-0020. Matt had on his schedule to be on at 10:30, and obviously he was scheduled on our end to be on at 10. But here's the serendipitous part of this. The listeners normally hear you in the studio. They're actually hearing you on a Verizon phone right now. So this is maybe a better demonstration of what you've been talking about all these weeks. Then you know what I mean? This actually might be saying more because they can actually hear you. Anybody who listens to talk radio all the time hears some callers that sound like there's a towel over the microphone or something. And yours is perfectly clear.
I'm telling you, I am driving down a very, very rural area headed towards Wilkerson right now, which typically for the smaller carriers does not offer reception. And obviously you can hear me just fine.
Yeah, and you can hear us just fine. And there's not a delay.
No.
That's another thing we run into sometimes. We'll be speaking to somebody, and then they don't hear us for 5 seconds or something.
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating.
No.
Yeah, and they're not in Australia. They can be here in Ocala.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a reason that Verizon spends $8 billion a year to keep their network up. They have just finished their 11th year in a row as number one out of the top 4 carriers. We have beat out all the other ones for overall customer service and call quality. And there's a reason for that. They spend the money to make sure that you have reception when you need your phone, not that you have to drive down the road to catch a tower.
Wow.
And whenever a new phone comes up to upgrade, can you turn in your older phone and get a credit toward that new phone and have all of your information transferred automatically?
Okay, yes, you can. There's a certain kind of phone that you can turn in. If they are smartphones, most of the smartphones we will take back. And to have your contact and your information transferred over to your new phone is not a problem. We have machines in the store that will do that, including your pictures.
Wow.
And how often do you get a new phone personally? What do you turn yours over every half a year, every year?
To be honest with you, I have had this 5S now for probably a year and a half.
Okay.
Have not had an issue with it, and I will probably jump over to the iPhone 6 whenever it comes out. But if they come out with a 6S in another 6 months, probably won't do it. I'm not one of the ones that has to have the biggest and the best, so I'm the kind of person, if it works for me and there's nothing wrong with it, I'll keep it.
Yeah. So what are you actually speaking on right now? Do you have a headset or something?
No, I just have my phone to my ear.
Wow.
But you couldn't do that in all states. Some states that's illegal.
Well, that is true. I have a Bluetooth that I actually use. I have an LG phone necklace Bluetooth that I can use, and actually several truck drivers use that because that's illegal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that is incredible.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, Matt, thank you for being on the air with us today. I really think, at first we were disappointed you weren't here, but now that we're speaking and our listeners can actually hear how clear it is, and if anybody who's driven down, are you on 27 right now?
I am on 27 heading towards Williston.
So everybody knows that area. It's nowhere, man. I mean, you're in the middle of nothing, right?
That's right.
Yeah, between
as a matter of fact, I had a customer from another carrier come in my store the other day, and they were trying to retrieve their account number to switch over to Verizon, and they had to step outside to catch one bar to be able to call on their other carrier phone.
Oh my!
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Matt, for helping us understand what you do better. Again, Matt's number is 352-528-0020. Even though his store is in Williston, he does a lot of work with customers here in Ocala, including Joe Martone right here at WOCA.
Yeah.
And so, Matt, thank you for calling in and being on with us today. I apologize for the miscommunication with the time, but I think it actually worked out for the better.
Yeah, it works out great, and being that I live in Ocala, I deliver everywhere in Ocala.
Oh, you deliver? Okay.
Wow, nice.
Wow, I'm going to have to look into this because everything you said rings a bell for me. I'm tired of paying $70 a month for the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Come on over and save some money.
Plus, I have a phone, too, that I have to pay for. So
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that.
Hey, have a great day.
All right. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Video is now authenticated in the killing of a second American journalist by ISIS militants.
Calling Stephen Sotloff a devoted, courageous journalist, the president said, "Our thoughts and prayers